Coming up on today's Disney Roundup, Onward comes out as #1 at the box office this weekend, but in disappointing fashion. New trailers are out for Black Widow and Jungle Cruise, and Florida is now under state of emergency due to the coronavirus. So how will that affect Walt Disney World Resort? I'll tell you all about that and more coming up right here on the DRU. Hey, it's Jeff everyone, and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date on what's going on with the Walt Disney Company and Disney parks each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me so you can stay up to date with the Disney Roundup and check out some other cool videos I'll be posting. And just a reminder, you can also download the Disney Roundup on podcast. You can download the Disney Roundup on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. Starting off with company news, this past weekend was the opening weekend for Pixar's latest film, Onward. This did come out as #1 at the box office, but in disappointing fashion as it raked in $40 million domestically and $28 million internationally for a total of $68 million. This being disappointing because this is a little bit low for openings for Pixar now at the box office, because normally they make around $100 million opening weekend. So this was kind of unexpected, or at least I think it was for Onward. But yeah, but now I'm going to give you a little bit of review of what I thought of Onward. So if you don't want any spoilers of that, I will have a timestamp in the description for the next subject that you can skip to, and I'll also leave a timestamp here on the screen which you can skip forward to. But yes, I did see Onward, and like with a lot of other Pixar movies, I thought it was really good. I thought Chris Pratt and Tom Holland were perfect for playing the Lightfoot brothers, being Barley and Ian, both coming from the city of New Mushroom that used to be a magical town, but over time, as the town became commercialized, the magic kind of disappeared as it became more commercial. I was really into their adventure they go on because the plot of the movie is that it's Ian's 16th birthday, and he's kind of shy and awkward, but he carries this sadness with him, I see, because his father passed away before he was born, and he thinks about him all the time. So, as a surprise birthday present, his mom gives him a magical staff that their father told her to give him and Barley once they were both 16. And along with the staff came a gem, which is a phoenix gem, and a spell that their dad wrote down for them so that they could bring him back for one entire day. They attempt to cast a spell, and after Barley fails to cast the spell, Ian tries and is successful somewhat, but isn't strong enough to complete it, causing the gem to disintegrate and only the bottom half of their dad to return. With Barley's vast knowledge of what is their version of Dungeons and Dragons, it helps lead their adventure and helps Ian grow his magical powers. It also helps him find who he is and grow their bond as brothers. But I'm not going to spoil the very ending of this, but I do recommend seeing Onward. I did like it, do recommend seeing it. And as of where it goes along rankings with especially other original Pixar films, I put this alongside with Coco. I don't think it's as good as Coco or as heartwarming, but it's still in that category, if that makes sense. And there's also a new and what is the final trailer for Black Widow that was just released. And I will leave a link to that in the description if you haven't checked that out yet. But with this trailer, we get a glimpse of the Taskmaster who controls the Red Room, which is where Black Widow receives her training from. And it also looks like that is where she will be heading back to take on the Taskmaster, who possibly from just what I've read in the trailer that I've seen, it looks like the Taskmaster is part of the USSR. We'll have to wait and see if that's true or not. But let me know in the comments down below how you think this movie will be and how you think it'll compare to other single Marvel superhero films. But I'm interested to check it out. I think this will be really good. And Disney Plus has said that they are putting into production a Beauty and the Beast prequel series based off the 2017 live-action remake. This is said to star Luke Evans and Josh Gad, who will reprise their roles as Gaston and LeFou. The series is said to be a 6-episode musical series with no other stars of the live-action film to be featured. Disney has yet to release a statement on this yet, but I'll be interested to see if they actually go through with this. Now, I'm a big Beauty and the Beast guy. It's probably my favorite Disney classic film. But, I don't know. I'm just really not drawn into this prequel series. I don't know what it is. I just don't like or care for the idea too much. But let me know what you think in the comments down below on if you want to see it or not, or how do you think it'll end up turning out. And the first official trailer for Jungle Cruise has just been released. This was launched on Instagram with star of the movie Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson interacting with skippers in a Jungle Cruise boat from Disneyland Resort. Of course, The Rock co-stars in this movie with Emily Blunt, who is a determined explorer on a research mission. And if you haven't checked out the trailer, I will leave a link to that in the description down below as well. And let me know what you think. I'm really not big, or I don't have high expectations for this movie, because to me, this looks like they're kind of just turning this into a Indiana Jones movie, but a more comedic Indiana Jones. But yes, let me know what you think in the comments down below on how you think this will end up being. Right, so I have no outside of the parks to report on this weekend, so it is straight to parks news. Of course, this past week over at Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World was the grand opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So for those who have rode the ride, what do you think of it? Do you think it was worth the hype of it? Or if you haven't rode the ride yet, have you spoiled it for yourself like I have? Now, I couldn't wait. I have watched some of the videos online of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It does look really good. But before I really give my full opinion on it, I'm going to wait to actually ride the ride itself before I do that. But it does look really good. And additionally, with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, we got a few add-alongs with this, and that being that there is a ride exclusive treat. Not an exclusive treat, but a treat that kind of goes along with the ride, and that is a blueberry pie. In this, a treat appears in the ride and causes the train to explode. So you can purchase this over at Trolley Car Cafe for $5.49. And to me, the blueberry pie with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is very similar if you've ridden the Incredicoaster over at Disney California Adventure, and after the ride they have the Jack Jack's Cookie Num Nums right there afterwards. So I kind of those kind of fit the same thing, where they have those treats that are a part of the ride available for purchase outside, which I kind of like. It's really cool and a really good marketing tool as well. But along with that, you can also download the song Nothing Can Stop Us Now, the theme song of the attraction, on iTunes. You can listen to it on Spotify and all of those other places. But just to be known that this is not the full song of the attraction. This is just a little over a minute. This is just pretty much the chorus of the song and a little bit more. But yeah, still pretty cool. And I will leave a link in the description down below if you're interested in listening to that and rocking out to Nothing Can Stop Us Now. So if you're an annual pass holder out of Disneyland, there is now a Magic Perks program that you can take up on. Some of the most notable ones are you can get discounts on shopping, dining, and resort stays. You can purchase special tickets for special ticketed events before the general public, take advantage of an extra hour of attractions, after park closings on select nights, and more. And if you're interested in checking out that full list of perks you can take if you're a Disneyland annual pass holder, I will leave a link to that in the description down below. Just installed over at the France Pavilion at EPCOT is the new Ratatouille sign. The sign hangs on the France Pavilion's expansion archway, which is currently still closed off, but says it will be opening summer of 2020, which is said to be the opening of Remy's Ratatouille adventure. So my guess now is that at this point they're kind of just wrapping up everything back there, or at least that's what I'm hoping for, and they're just putting the finishing touches on everything, including with the La Crêperie de Paris, which you'll be able to get authentic crepes at, and putting the final touches on everything. But I hope this opens on time. I hope I am planning a trip to go down to Walt Disney World sometime this summer. I hope that portion of EPCOT is open as well, because I do want to check out Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, because that'll be another ride opening at Walt Disney World this year, and a new trackless ride, which sounds really cool. But if you're looking forward to riding Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, let me know in the comments down below. That's quite a tongue twister. And as announced weeks ago, Cinderella's Castle will be receiving a royal makeover of new paint and touch-ups, and that has officially started. Workers on cherry pickers are now sprawled around the castle, beginning the first layers of paint being added, and the moat for the castle is currently drained, allowing the pickers to be placed out of the way. And as noted, the castle makeover is expected to be finished by the end of the summer, and it should look like the concept art Disney Parks blog shared with us, which I really hope it does, because the art that they shared looks awesome. So, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has declared Florida under state of emergency in response to the coronavirus, which has confirmed cases just outside Orlando, Hillsborough, and South Florida. So, what does this mean for Walt Disney World? And as a lot of us know, Tokyo Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland are closed due to the coronavirus, but that being because of community spreads of the virus. Just recently, this past week, Pamela Himmel, the Chief Medical Officer of Disney Parks Experiences and Products, released a statement on the matter and how the parks are monitoring the situation, as well as the safety and procedures they are taking. And if you're interested in reading that full statement, I will leave a link to that in the description down below. The question is whether Walt Disney World or Disneyland will be closing anytime soon, and honestly, who knows? It certainly is possible. I think it really is possible, just with how the spread of the coronavirus is. I'm not going to tell you on what to do on how, or how to handle the coronavirus. I will say though, if you feel comfortable going out in public, like to Walt Disney World, if you want to go on your cruise, or if you're on your vacation, with the coronavirus being out there permitted, go ahead. I think it's fine. Just remember to wash your hands, take procedures and protocols, all that. If you're not comfortable doing that, don't do it. Just simple as that. Yes, is that if you feel comfortable, do it. If not, don't. Like, no one's forcing your hand in anything. Yes, I think it is possible for the Anaheim parks and Lake Buena Vista to eventually take some time off and close for a little bit. I feel as if a community spread came to Florida and out in Anaheim, that it would probably certainly be the case. I don't think they would close, however, for as long as Tokyo Disneyland has. Tokyo Disneyland and Shanghai have been closed for well over a month, maybe 2 months now. I don't think that would happen for Walt Disney World, but if it really became severe over here, especially in the Lake Buena Vista area or out in Anaheim, it certainly is possible. But yes, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hopefully that doesn't become the case, and hopefully everybody's taking safety protocols in the best way. Alright everyone, well that's all I have for you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. And just a reminder, you can download the Disney Roundup on podcast now. You can download the Disney Roundup on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Well, that's all I have for you for this week, and until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.